What's up, guys? Welcome back to All Wings Everything. Yes, you are in my kitchen with your boy Spinelli for another simple and delicious recipe. And we're about to jump right into it. I'm gonna show you guys how to make Southern fried potatoes and onions. But we're gonna top it with a little cheese and bacon. You know you can't go wrong whenever you add cheese and bacon to any meal. This is one of those meals that mama used to cook up real quick, you know, when you ain't have much in the refrigerator, but you did have some potatoes and onions. This is the meal. So I hope you're in your kitchen. I'm already in mine, so let's go. All right, so here are the ingredients we're going to use for today's recipe. Let me tell you what I have here. We're going to use some cheddar cheese, 4 potatoes, some olive oil, onion, black pepper, salt, garlic powder, some red pepper flakes, some paprika, some bacon, 4 garlic cloves. So these are the ingredients, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I've already measured out our ingredients. So let me tell you what we have here. Now you can adjust these ingredients however you want to, but this is what I'm doing because I like to make mine this way. So right here I have 4 potatoes. I've diced them into little chunks like this. I use 1 medium-sized onion, not a real. If you got one of those big onions, then you may want to use half of it, but I got a medium-sized onion. I chopped it. I have 4 garlic cloves chopped here. I have a tablespoon and a half of olive oil. I have a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. And right here, I have a half a pound of bacon. And right here is our dry seasoning. I have a teaspoon of ground black pepper, have a teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of onion powder, teaspoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of salt, and a half a teaspoon of red chili flakes. So these are the ingredients we're going to use, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare our bacon. So the first thing we're going to do is add our olive oil, and we're going to let this heat up before we add our bacon. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start adding our bacon. Now, guys, I got like a half a pound of bacon. That's because I like bacon, but you don't have to use all this bacon. I don't know if I'm gonna use it all. I'm just gonna cook it all and see what it cooks down to, and if it's the right amount for me to put into these potatoes, then I am. All right, guys, we're getting there. Depends on how much bacon you got. It could take several minutes. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, so it looks like we're there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the bacon from this pan and then I'll be right back. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add our potatoes. Once this oil heats back up, make sure you leave the same bacon grease in there. You don't wanna remove your bacon grease. And what we're gonna do is just gonna place that in there like that. Next, we're gonna add our onions and our chopped garlic. So what we're gonna do now, we're just gonna get it mixed up like this. And right here, what I did right here is I put our seasoning, I mixed it all up. Remember we had some onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, chili flakes, salt and pepper. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna start sprinkling it over. Now you don't have to use all of it. Just depends on how many potatoes you have, but I'm gonna make sure I cover it, at least the top part of it. Then I'm gonna sit it down here and then I'm gonna do another turn on this. But of course, guys, you want to season this to your liking. I like my food well seasoned, so you may not like as much salt or as much pepper or much garlic, but me, I do. This is just a blueprint to show you how to make some good onions and potatoes, Southern style. I'm gonna add a little bit more on the top. And if I need to add more at the end, I will, because I don't want to over season. You never want to over season your food. So I think I did that was probably about 1.5 tablespoons total, which I think is going to be sufficient as of right now. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're just going to take a lid, reduce our heat to medium low, and we're just gonna let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes, all right? And I'll be right back. All right, so now our 20 minutes is up, so we're gonna remove this cover, and we're just gonna move these bad babies around, flip them over. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna turn the heat up to about medium high, and we're gonna let them cook for 5 minutes, undisturbed, just like this, and we'll be right back. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip them over again, kind of move them around, and then we're gonna let them cook for another 5 minutes, undisturbed. You see it's getting a little color on it, all right? And we're gonna let them cook for another 5 minutes. All right, guys, so it looks like we are done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. Oh man, take a look at that. Ooh-wee. So the next thing we're going to do, of course, we're gonna take our cheese. Can't forget about that. We're gonna add our cheese here. I may have more cheese than the average person. I love cheese on my potatoes. Add a little bit more here. And next, we're gonna add our bacon. Oh man, this is, guys, what do you like about that? I'm just gonna set the lid on it to get that cheese melted, and we'll be right back. And there you have it, guys. Crispy, southern fried potatoes and onions with some cheese and bacon. Guys, take a look at that. Oh my goodness. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take some of that seasoning that we had left over, and I'm just gonna lightly sprinkle some of that seasoning over the top. You don't have to do this step, but I know because I tasted some of that you went along, so I know it's gonna need a little bit of that over there. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add just a little parsley to this. Give it a little color. Oh man, oh baby. Guys, what do you think about that? All right, so the measurements and ingredients are all in the video description below, guys. So if you need any of these items, click those links below and you can take you straight to Amazon and you can go grab these items. Also, if you need that all wings, everything merch, is also in the video description. And guys, hit that applaud button. Let your boy Spinelli know what you feel about these recipes. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this quality control and I'll be right back. So let's go. All right, so it's quality control time. You guys already know. Take a look at that. Oh, I've already plated it up, man. I'm telling you, I can't wait to dig into this and let you guys know how it tastes. Let me hold this plate up here. Man, this is a hearty meal. Mama used to always cook this in the South. If you grew up like I grew up, it wasn't always a lot of food in the house, but we worked with what we have. And Mom would always throw some of them potatoes and them onions and some cheese on it. If we had bacon, we'll put bacon on it. But most time, it was just potatoes, onions, and cheese. So until then, I'm your cook, Spinelli, all wings, everything. And yes, I am out. Peace.